Hello, Breaker19, Breaker19. This here's the Gear Jammin' Deer. Whitetail has got your front door. Come on. So, I finally, after saying for video after video that I was going to, I have my steering wheel in the big truck. I got it all set up for this. And hopefully we've done a little bit of troubleshooting. Hopefully we're done doing troubleshooting now. And we're good to roll from Ardmore. Whoops. So, obviously, like I said, I have been doing some troubleshooting, so I have looked at this job board. You haven't really missed much. I did one tiny load that was just staying in Ardmore just to test the steering wheel controls and the track IR and everything. I think I've gotten the majority of the kinks out, all the kinks out that I can get. So we're going to roll with it. But I was going between these two loads. This one looks like the better one on the surface, but the truck has a 12-speed, which is really annoying to shift. And I kind of want to go to this one anyway, because it's going to a city I haven't been to. So we're going to take this one. Come on, track IR, figure yourself out. It seems to be working decently. Guess we'll see how long that lasts. Finicky button box. All of my stuff. Why did I want my steering wheel back? Everything is so freaking finicky. Having a problem with the track IR, button box doesn't work right. Track IR doesn't work right. My pedals don't work right. The steering wheel itself is fine at the moment, except that it's upside down. So the buttons aren't where I'm used to them being. If I think about it, I'll put a picture in of what my steering wheel setup looks like, so you can see what I mean about it being upside down. Like, the whole steering wheel thing is upside down, which means center, right now, the steering wheel is perfectly upside down. Which means in order for the controls to be roughly where I'm used to them being, I had to basically mirror them all. And the buttons are lower than I'm used to them being. So it's just, the whole thing is just a mess. But obviously, once I'm used to that bit, that won't be a problem anymore. I actually do know how to flow gears, it's just that when I'm driving the wrong transmission for the pattern, it's kind of difficult. Yeah, so setting up the wheel didn't end up actually being as bad as I was worried about. It took like 30 minutes to actually set up all the hardware, but that was also with me figuring out how I was going to set everything up. So, now that I know how everything needs to go, I can probably get this setup up in under 10 minutes and probably down in under 5. So, that's not too bad at all. Those cars are getting really close to each other. And I have it set up in my real truck's driving area. So I'm sitting in my installed in. Funny enough, my game wheel clutch does not feel quite the same as the clutch in my Isuzu. Anyway, I'm sitting in my real driver's seat, but that also means if I set this up for like a 34 or something, when I need to take a break, I can go and get on the bed and it's all out of the way, because it's all in the cab. So, in general, I'm pretty happy with this setup. And I was able to get a... I realized that a lot of the issues I was having with my game suddenly starting to stutter and everything like that, were probably because the computer was getting hot. So I have a box fan that I got from the house that, with the way I have everything set up, I'm even able to have the box fan behind the computer, hoping to keep it a little cooler. So hopefully we shouldn't have to worry about stuttering so much. You might be noticing a little bit of stuttering, but it's not the game, it's actually my track IR stuttering as the camera loses and regains focus on the headset piece. Figures, I just came off home time. It was nice and cool the entire time I was home. Then as soon as I leave... I put my hand in front of my truck error, that was my fault. As soon as I leave, it decides to get warm again. So I'm gonna have to run the truck tonight for AC, because it is way too warm in the cab for me to be able to fall asleep. The other little niggle with the way I have things set up currently is I basically have to just constantly keep my hand on the shifter, because the power cord for the laptop and the one for the steering wheel, I guess, are both going over the top of the shifter. So if I take my hand off and try to go and grab it quickly, I'm probably going to grab one of those wires. That can be fixed with an extension cord. I just didn't bother getting an extension cord tonight. There we go. Wish my international had been a manual 18 speed. Would have liked it quite a lot better. Going back to the whole steering wheel being upside down thing, fortunately, I'm looking at the steering wheel in the game, and the computer screen is far enough up above where the steering wheel is that my real steering wheel isn't really in my peripheral vision. So the orientation of the steering wheel itself is not causing me issues, fortunately. I just gotta remember where the buttons are. It's nice having my full range of motion back. I guess I need to get over. I guess I'm not getting over. Ooh. That was convenient. Oh, come on, speed limit. You're supposed to go up, not down. What was that? In order to dodge my real accelerator pedal, I have to have the pedals a little bit further to the left than I would ideally like them to be. So, once again, once I get used to it, it won't be a problem. But right now, since I'm not really used to it, I'm having trouble making sure I'm on the pedal I need to be on. Now we can walk back up. Why do lanes gotta keep ending on me? So yeah, I had a pretty productive home time. Think I got pretty much everything out of the house that I intended to, the big thing being the steering wheel. I went to a craft show with my mom, which was the actual reason I came home. Excuse me. And that was, you know, as expected. It's a show we... Excuse me, Jesus. It's a show we go to every year, so, you know, it was just as fun as I expected it to be. It wasn't spectacular or anything like that, but it was, you know, good. There's a reason we go every year. I guess I spent some time with my sister, which hadn't necessarily been on the books, and I had accidentally requested an extra day home more than I needed to. So I, you know, turned that into a plus and went and made an eye doctor appointment. So next time I get home, I'll have new glasses waiting for me, which is always exciting. Oops. yeah, basically, it was genuinely a really good home time. Pretty much just the right amount of time. I ended up getting an extra day and a half, almost, just due to freight not being available. But, it gave me the extra little bit of relaxation time, because this is the thing. I don't know if this is true for all OTR drivers, but it's definitely true for me. My home time tends to be some of the least relaxing time I get. Because I always have a big list of things that I want to get done while I'm home. And the net result is, if I get all those things done, it means that I had very little time to actually just sit down and relax. I get plenty of time to sit around and relax when I'm on the road, though, so it sort of evens out. So, because of that extra day that I got due to not having any loads, I got to get all the stuff done that I planned to get done during my home time, and then I had that extra day where I could just relax. I didn't have anything planned to do that day because I was expecting to not be there. So, that sort of worked out. And by the time I left today, I was definitely ready to be getting back on the road. Because, technically, if I'd wanted to, I could have waited and just gotten up and left early tomorrow morning. But, one, I didn't want to get up that early. And two, I was really ready to leave. Oops. Yep, see, that all of that, including the camera change, came from the buttons not being where I'm used to be. That's the issue that I'm going to have with the steering wheel being upside down. Which, once again, that's just muscle memory. I'm used to the buttons being in a certain place based on the wheel's rotation, and now they're all in a slightly different place because the steering wheel's upside down. Yep, I did it again. Alright, I think what I keep doing is, flashing my headlights. Ah! Okay, don't know what caused that. I guess I accidentally put my hand in front of one of the LEDs on my truck IR. The steering wheel is higher than I'm used to it being, too, so... I'm the sort of person who tends to talk with their hands. So now, because my hand is naturally resting at a higher position than I'm used to it being, due to my steering wheel being higher, when I talk with my hands, I'm blocking the lower LED on my truck IR. Oh, I'm facing the wrong way. Alright, let's see if I can just make a quick U-turn right here. Turn the wheel too slowly. Whoopsie. I keep doing that. I don't know what exactly is causing me to turn the wheel too slowly, but that's like the third time I've done that, and the other two times it almost caused me to wreck. This time it obviously actually did cause me to wreck. But anyway. I am so in love with the shutdown sound for this truck, because you can hear the doors unlock, and then you'll hear the, if you listen real carefully, right at, like you can hear the crank wind down, and you can hear right at the very end the belt slips a teeny tiny little bit. Like, why is specifically the shutdown sound for the internationals so good? Anyway, so that's another load in the bank. Money's really climbing there, isn't it? I guess we can do a quick check of the truck dealer. Okay, we're starting to get some interesting stuff. What does this have in it? 500 horsepower, 13 speed. Definitely wouldn't hate that. $14,000. Okay. Yeah, this is more the sort of stuff. So because we're so close on money, I'm probably gonna get to 10 grand myself. And then once I get to 10 grand, I'll come look at the truck dealer again and see if there's anything that I feel like is worth taking a loan out for. But until that point, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and until the next one, keep that hammer down, drivers.